guys, before we get into the video, I want to tell you guys to join the crusade today. Get awesome perks and rewards. Get access to discounts on the website. Don't forget to check out our website down below as well. Get access to awesome products and sometimes some members-only products. But if you guys want to support the channel, check out that website. Get some awesome gear, awesome merch. It goes a long way. Huge shout out again, and let's get into the video.
What is good, guys? Charles from Team COG coming at you guys here with a Infernoble combo and test hand video. So if you guys who don't know, I kind of moved to this deck for this current format. I just really like this deck. I think this deck is very much slept on. It has a crazy high ceiling, and it like plays around some of the best hand traps out there. So I'm going to showcase you guys a few like kind of open-end combos. And what I mean by open-end combos is that the combos always, as long as you get to the Auroradon, you practically have the same combo. But like there's some very beginning steps that differ from what you're trying to do. And like, of course, I'm going to showcase the OG original anti-Nibiru, anti-hand trap combo that protects your Isolde and your health by using Gearfried. And then I'm going to showcase you guys the Rip 2 kind of connector combo that you can potentially do. And after that, we'll just jump into like a test hand or two just to kind of just go with it. So for those who don't know, this is no VFD. I'm not playing VFD. If I wanted to play VFD, I simply would just try to play Virtual World, but I'm always trying to end on myself here in anime form, and along with like 2 other interruptions, because Charles is like a big immovable tower when he gets equipped correctly, and then when you have other negates in the form of Herald and Savage, you're very much protected from like blowout cards. Like as long as you end on a Herald, your opponent's not going to be able to Forbidden Dropless you, which is super important in my opinion, because that's one of the most prominent main deck cards, you know what I mean? So we still lose the Dark Ruler no more because we don't have the inherent way to negate Dark Ruler no more. However, we don't lose to Droplets, so, you know, hindsight, you know, like, it is what it is, you know. So, anyway, let's just go ahead and jump into the combo, shall we? We'll start off with the Gearfried 2-card Gearfried combo. Okay, guys, so for this combo, you just need 2 cards. You just need Ogier and the Infernoble Arms Durandal. So this combo's been shown on many channels. It's been shown on packs. It's been shown on MST TVs, but I figured it wouldn't be an Infernoble combo video unless you know the basics of Infernobles, especially if you're coming to my channel and you're just now finding it. So this combo right here will guarantee you protection under your 5th summon so that you do not get hand trapped or Nibiru'd. Also protects the Isolde from any hand trap but Imperm. Imperm is the only hand trap this deck inherently hard loses to. Most other hand traps this deck can hard play through or hard just not even worry about. Like Droll does nothing to this deck in reality. And like Ash Blossom and stuff, like it doesn't hurt the deck as much as you'd think if you're smart and you play around it. This deck is a Halifibrax dot deck, so like Isolde is supposed to eat all your hand traps, and then you're supposed to summon out Hulk and just win after that. But anyway, 2 cards. Let's just go ahead and start off here. We'll go ahead and normal summon the Ogier. Ogier's effect will activate Sending the Phoenix Gearfried. You will then, again, if you guys checked out my old video, Gearfried is one of my all-time favorite cards because I even have the OG Gearfried here. I actually, believe it or not, I like this artwork over this artwork. I kind of wish they would have kept it similar, or I kind of wish like we would have had some way to like play with this deck. I've kind of thought about making like a Fire Warrior Gemini deck just to play casually on like some of those days, you know, just to be able to use this guy again. But yeah, Gearfried and me go way back. It's finally good to play the deck that he's in right now. But anyway, Ogier sends the Gearfried. We equip Durandal to Ogier. We then use Durandal's effect to send it to add ourselves Renaud. We'll then use Renaud to special summon itself, using its effect to grab back the Gearfried. You then will go ahead and link summon into Isolde, 2 Tales of the Noble Knights. You do not use Isolde's first effect because that's subject, you know, it kind of defeats the purpose. I mean, if you use it now and they have Ogre, Gamma, Herald, you're just going to eat it. But for the most part, you're going to go ahead and banish Durandal and then revere the Gearfried. And then if they happen to have Gamma, they happen to have Herald here, Gearfried's done its job. You know what I mean? But if they don't, you go ahead and summon out Gearfried. And then you use Ogier's effect in Graveyard to equip to Gearfried. And then now you can use Isolde's effect here to pay cost, to send 2 equip spells, to summon out Gimba, or your choice of whatever it is you're summoning. And then you can combo off that way. But this is where the combo gets very open-ended because it's just going to go through, depending on the cards, the rest of the cards in your hand. For the most part, if I remember correctly, this right here, if you have no other cards in your hand, or the other cards in your hand are like bricks, or, you know, you just got hand looped and, you know, whatever it is, you can still successfully put up Charles and a Herald with this, and you're still sitting really fine. So, I mean, that's just something to consider. You have Charles, Herald, and Gearfried, and then even if you have to use Gearfried's effect now, during your opponent's turn, Gearfried's going to be live again, because there are going to be face-up equip spells up for him to be able to send and negate and stuff. So, yeah, that's it for combo number 1. We'll just go ahead and jump off into combo number 2. Okay, guys, here we go. Combo number 3. Combo number 3. Man, I am dyslexic. Combo number 2, but we have 3 cards here. You do not, this 3 card, it's a 2-card combo, but it can be either one of these cards. You can have Connector and Red Layer, Connector and Flint Lady. It does not matter. Whatever choice you truly want to go about. It doesn't matter. This combo can be done with either one of these cards. So whatever one we choose, the other card will be a discard. So I guess technically it's a 2.5 card combo because you have to have a discard off of the Dolphin. But we'll just go ahead and showcase you guys using Fire Flint Lady as the discard for Dolphin. And this is going to be able to loop your opponent for 2 cards. And then there's a certain iteration of the combo where if you happen to open Olivier in your hand, you can, Olivier, if you open the French boy, you can actually put a Herald. So like if you know that in their hand is an impermanence and they're smart, they know the correct thing to hit is the Hulk and they're waiting for that, then you can make a Herald to protect yourself from that set hand trap. You know what I mean? So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump into it. So we're going to go ahead and special summon the Red Layer. Then we're going to go ahead and normal summon the Connector. If Connector eats any sort of hand trap here, like Ash Blossom, Impermanence, it's done its job. We can make Isolde and still eat some more hand traps and hopefully resolve and make Hulk. I almost called him Quantal. That's because I'm seeing Quantum Red Layer. So anyway, Connector resolves, summoning out the Dolphin. Use Dolphin's effect to pitch the Lady. And you can rip almost any hand trap except for Nibiru and the Impermanence from their hand. Now, if you want to, I mean, there's not really if you want to. This is where you get to rip 2 cards. You link off the Aqua Dolphin and the Red Layer into Isolde Two Tails Noble Knight. So now that you know what their hand is, you can successfully use Isolde's effect to add yourself, let's see here. You can add yourself any card you want, but I don't think I stacked it because I forgot about this step. Let's go ahead and add Ogier because you can pick this card up with the Charles at the end of your combo. You then use Connector to tribute itself to summon back out the Dolphin, and then you pitch here to rip another card from your opponent's hand. So you've now ripped your opponent for 2 cards, and they have 3 cards left in their hand. They'll have 5, let's see, they'll have 4 cards to play with their next turn, and you should be able to put up, like, you'll have a pretty decent board. I'm not even going to lie. So now the problem is that this card takes up space. So I'm going to showcase you guys further on how you get rid of this card so you can, like, free up the space to successfully resolve Coltwing, Auroradon without getting too crammed. But now, since you've looked at your opponent's hand twice, ripped out hopefully the 2 problematic cards, you can use Aqua Dolphin, not use Aqua Dolphin, you can use Isolde to send 2 equips, summon out Gimba. You then can use Gimba and Isolde to make Hulk. You then use Hulk's effect to summon out, forgot to stack it. Shame on me, guys, slacking here. Slacking, it's early in the morning, that's what's happening. To summon out Despot 001. And then this right here is where you just kind of have a small iteration. You can do these 2 here. Now, if you want to, you can also make Herald here, but don't do that unless you have a machine extender, which if you are playing one, let me know what it is. I would like to know. You just make Barricade Board Blocker. You don't use the effect unless you really want to, you know. And then these 2 guys right here will go up into the silly plane right here. And then you have full combo. But now, if we're going to, let's back it up real quick to back when my mama told me to go make some friends. We go all the way to here, and these cards are right here, you know, like we haven't done that yet. Now, if we add into the mix a Olivier here, we can use his ult effect to pay cost to summon out Gimba. So if the opponent has Imperm in their hand, the best place to Imperm, guys, is always on the Hulk. So if they are a good player, I shouldn't if they're a good player. If they're a knowledgeable player, they know to hit Hulk. They know Isolde will just be bait. If they Imperm Isolde, if they, like, we can just make another one. You know what I mean? Especially if you open Olivier, the Imperm on the Isolde is even better because we can just special summon the Olivier because Isolde sends for cost. So we're going to be able to get the Phoenix Blade and going to be able to make Hulk no matter what. But if they are smart and you realize they're holding it and they haven't hit you now, what you can do is you can banish the 2 warriors from your graveyard, which I would suggest would be the two that we know that's for sure there. And you want to keep the Ogier in the graveyard, so you can then equip it to the Charles to add back the Phoenix Blade here. You then use Olivier, pitch the blade, summon him out. He's treated as a level 1. You then can synchro these 2 here into a Herald over here. So now they're not going to be able to Imperm you now, and then you can go your full combo. And it's just an additional card to the combo of just opening Connector plus a Warrior Extender, like right here. If you just add Olivier here, you're able to put a Herald before you even go into your Hulk, which is super important in my opinion. But yeah, So that's it for the test. Not that's it for the test hands. That's it for the combos, guys. Well, let's jump into the test hands. Okay, guys, here we go. I'm gonna do a quick cut. There we are. And let's go ahead and draw our first 5 cards, which is going to be DDR, Living Fossil, Neospace Connector, Neospace Connector, and Heritage of the Chalice. So, okay. Let's see here. So if we're avoiding Droll, which Droll doesn't hurt us as bad, but Droll can potentially harm us in our combo, we can... Let's see here. Let's go ahead and normal summon Connector, use Connector's effect. We want to go ahead and grab the Dolphin. Now, we can do the combo that I just showed you guys and rip 2 cards out of our opponent's hand if we want to, because we could use Heritage of the Chalice to search out Olivier, and we can summon Olivier by pitching either DDR or Living Fossil. But these cards right here are what going to allow us to play through hand traps if they happen to have any. So if Connector eats a hand trap, which it possibly could, we can use Chalice to grab us a Olivier, and then we can pitch one of these guys to summon the Olivier and then combo into his ult that way. So immediately right there, we have the ability to play through one interruption pretty freely. But if Neospace Connector resolves, because, I mean, they kind of have to use it if they have other hand traps in their hand that like do not respond, like do not like hit this, like DD Crow or stuff like that, we're going to be able to rip those out of their hands pretty easy, because Crow or Meister on the Despot does hurt. We'll use Aqua Dolphin's effect, pitch the extra Connector, and we'll just say we've got him down 1 card. So we got him down 1 card in their hand, and then we can just freely go here and, well, wait a second. Let's go and activate Chalice. So this is something I always kind of struggle with. It's I think I always want to go for Renaud because how good Renaud is, but I think the best play that we have is to go for Oliver. I just simply, I mean, like, we know what their hand is, so we could go for Renaud, but Oliver is just way more likely to be live, because Renaud would has to have a Fire Warrior on field, and you're not going to have a Fire Warrior up until the very end of your combo. Not to the end, but like middle ways, after you make like your first your first Colt Wing, is you're going to have like a Roland. So up till that point, the Renaud is dead. So this is where, in case, you have this card, and this card's also level 4. It treated as level 1, but it can be brought back as a level 4, which is really cool, I guess. But yeah, let's just go ahead and add Oliver here. I think that is the correct play. If I am wrong, I'm wrong. You just add Renaud, and then Renaud summons itself at the end of the combo. But I think that's what we're going to use Oliver for anyway. So we're going to go ahead and make Isolde, 2 Tails of the Noble Knight. We'll go ahead and use Isolde's effect because we already know what his hand is. We'll grab a Red Layer. I will use Isolde's effect, though, to send... Now, see, that's something else that's very interesting, is we could potentially send... Where is it? These 2, like we always do, since we haven't opened the other one. That would be pretty cool, actually. So we'll go ahead and send these 2 to summon out Gimba. We are going to be able to reveal and get the Renaud anyway, because I just saw that we have 3 Durandals in our hand. I must have passed it already. We have 3 Durandals in our hand, in our deck still, excuse me. So that means we're going to be able to use the Powerful Dragon to grab it from the deck. And then we're going to have all 3 of our most busted equip spells on us. So we go ahead and summon Gimba. These guys right here become the boy Hulk. Hulk will then summon from the deck Despot 001. And then Despot 001 and Hulk become Auroradon, the big silly plane. And then big silly plane is going to get us 1, 2, 3 tokens. And then that's going to bring out Despot 001. I think this is the correct. There we go. And then what we'll do is we'll turn these tokens are level 3. They'll turn into, we'll synchro them and Despot into Power Tool Dragon. I like Power Tool Dragon. I can't believe people are not playing this card. It loses the draw. You shouldn't have to worry about draw. Like in this hand, we would have ripped draw out of their hand, and we'd been fine anyway. But we'll go ahead and reveal to them 3 Durandal. Let's go ahead and get the Durandal. Because something that's very interesting about Durandal is it doesn't have to be equipped to a Fire Warrior. Like straight up right now, we can go ahead and equip it and send it to go ahead and add ourselves Renaud. Like that's just what we can. And we can actually loop our opponent for a little bit more too. Since we happen to have like DDR and we have a pitch for stuff, like we're going to be able to do a lot of stuff. It's just going to personally depend on what you want to do, to be honest with you. But Auroradon will destroy I think it tributes, but we'll get rid of the token, and the Dragon to get us Coltwing, the Power Tool Dragon. Coltwing will then summon out here. And then we will be able to bring back Despot 001 because, you know, two machine monsters were summoned at the same time, thanks to the tokens. And then this is where kind of the combo kind of like extends a little bit off. We go ahead and turn this and this into Balmug, which is super interesting because I'm a huge Fate fan, and Balmug's the name of Gearfried's sword. We'll go ahead and summon Balmug over here. And then we'll go ahead and activate Living Fossil. Living Fossil will then bring back Gimba. You then will use Gimba and the token to make Roland. You will use Roland's effect. Roland then becomes a, well, Roland's already a tuner, but Roland's effect will get that important add in the end phase. 5 and 4 equal Charles. There I go. Here I am, the one and only. Charles comes down. And then we'll just go ahead and use Phoenix Blade. We'll Phoenix Blade by banishing Neo Space Connector and Aqua Dolphin to grab back Phoenix Blade. I will then equip the Phoenix Blade to Balmug. Charles' effect will activate, popping the Balmug, sending these to the graveyard, summoning back, and Balmug will then summon back the Coltwing. Coltwing will then summon out 2 tokens, and then we get Despot 001 back. I will then use 01 and a token to give us Herald, which means we're protected from Forbidden Droplets. And then now, like, we're kind of open-ended. Not like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, we can do quite a bit of stuff. This is being treated as a level 7, so currently we could special Renaud here, but I don't know if we want to do that just yet. This is where I've kind of thought about playing multiple Heralds, 2 Heralds, because like the ability to make 2 Heralds has come up. But we're just going to go ahead, and I think that's what we're going to do. Is that what we want to do yet? Probably not. Let's go ahead and banish Connector and Isolde to add back the Phoenix Blade. We'll go ahead and pitch Phoenix Blade, summon out the Oliver, turn Oliver and the Coltwing here, 7 and 1, into a Borreload Savage. Savage will then equip it, the Hulk. So, like, in reality, we could stop here, but we have this level 3 token right here that we could turn into another Herald, believe it or not. Like, that's something that's kind of popped up. We could turn into another Herald. I sometimes like to go, and we still have, like, straight fire over here. Like, we're still not even close to being done, believe it or not. I'm trying to figure out if we don't have space to make Omega. I am playing a Quandax at the moment because I kind of want to have the ability to use Quandax. So, like, the theory with Quandax I'll show you is, I'll just show you guys real quick, is we can special summon Renaud here. Renaud's effect will add us back. Good lord, do we add, I mean, like, we could add back almost anything. Maybe we'll add back another DDR. So then Renaud and the token get turned into a Quandax right here. And then, so the theory with Quandax, but we're going to be able to go farther with this hand, is Quandax, if they ever happen to try to solve the Herald with, like, imperm stuff, Quandax can change Synchro into an Omega. That's pretty much what that is. But we're actually going to go ahead and use DD Reincarnation to pitch, to summon back the Connector. And then see, like, even right here, like, guys, like, we could easily do Connector into Aqua Dolphin and then rip another card from their hand if we wanted to. We're going to go ahead and synchro these guys here into Omega. So then, and, like, we're still, guys, like, we're still pretty set, not going to lie. We can then use Omega, banish, rip another card from their hand. And then we can go ahead and banish, let's see here, banish Red Layer and Connector again to add back Phoenix Blade. We then can activate DDR Reincarnation, pitching Phoenix Blade to bring back the Omega, and use Omega's effect again to rip 3 cards from their hand. Like, that's pretty crazy. And then before we go into end phase, Olivia will equip here, and then in phase, Roland's effect will activate. He will send, and see, this is where this card right here I think is going to be traded out for that Reflectant Slime. We're going to send Gallatin to grab Gearfried, and then we will use Charles' effect to pick up the Gallatin and give it an extra 1,000 attack, and then equipped from the deck an Ogier. So there you guys go. We've ripped our opponent for 3 cards. We have 1, 2 Omni Negates, a Charles for a pop, and Charles is actually cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects and is actually 4,000 attack. And then during his turn, Roland can come out and equip himself, making him 45 and pop a card. So not too bad for a test, and it does take a long time because this deck does require a lot of thought process. But I mean, that's still pretty cool. Let's jump into one more and see what we can do. Okay, guys, final test hand. Let's go and do a quick cut. We'll go ahead and put that there. And let's see what we get here. This deck very rarely bricks. I shouldn't have said it. Shouldn't have said it. So, wowzers. Okay. Alright. The curse of the camera. The curse of the crawler follows me even to Infernobles. But so, to be honest with you guys, I almost... trying to think. I feel like this is some iteration we can go into, because we don't have a normal summon. We could use Heritage of the Chalice to grab Durandal. I think we gotta go like an OG route here. Let's just try it. Opening Coltwing does suck, and I'm gonna showcase you guys how to play with it. I'm still learning some of the correct ways to play with this card. I just know that people are like, you see Coltwing, you brick, but I've played it, and I know like if you see Coltwing, you don't. It's like it's not unplayable. Like you're able to still combo. And see, that's the issue here is that I'm seeing is that even if I add Ogier and I can dump a ritual card. Oh goodness, a ritual card. I dump a equip spell. That'll make Gearfried live because we got to do that. And oh goodness, yeah, I think that's the correct play to go. We'll go in special red layer. Normal Ogier. Use Ogier's effect. Let's just go ahead and send a Durandal. No. Let's not send Durandal. Let's just send a DDR. No. Because we have a DDR. So if we send this DDR... Oh, let's go ahead and send that DDR. Let's just do that. Let's go ahead and banish said DDR. Summon Gearfried out here. Link into... Isolde tells 2 Tales of the Noble Knight. Don't use the effect because we have no hand knowledge. We don't want to lose here. We'll go ahead and use Ogier to equip here. And then now we'll use Isolde's effect to send... So see, now we got to be careful with what we send. We'll send Infernoble and Divine Sword to summon out the... Now see, do we want to do that? I think we... Oh, but we gotta... No? Let's not send that. Let's send Living Fossil. Summon out Gimba. You guys, let's see if my madness kind of plays off here. Synchro Link. I won't keep saying Synchro. Man, it's too early in the morning. I don't have enough coffee in my system. Goodness. So we're gonna go ahead and make ourselves Hulk effect. If they imperm us here, well, don't know if we can do much if they imperm us, but if they have any sort of monster hand trap, we can counter that with Gearfried, which is pretty cool. We'll go ahead and summon out Despot 001. These guys right here will become the Big Silly Plane. Big Silly Plane. Then we get 1, 2, 3. Here this comes. But now see, since we have Gearfried here, we're not going to be able to make Balmung. We're not going to be able to make Balmung anyway because of this. So right now, guys, what matters is this play, like these plays right here. And I sent Living Fossil, which may have not have been the best idea, to be honest with you. But let's go ahead and do these 2 here, because this is going to be... I should not have sent Living Fossil now that I see it, but it's okay. Send that. We'll use his effect. We're going to reveal the Durandals. Well, no, it's fine. Yeah, what am I talking about? Just reveal 3 Durandal. Reveal the 3 Durandal. Get Durandal. There you go. So you guys might see what I'm trying to do here. So then, let's banish here and here for Phoenix Blade. We need to activate this, pitch this, summon out Gimba. Gimba and the token become Roland. Right, so Roland, well, I'll go ahead and trigger Roland's effect. This falls off. We'll go ahead and equip Noble Arms here. Send Noble Arms to add ourselves Renaud. We control a Fire Warrior. We special Renaud. Renaud's effect to pick back up the living fossil. Renaud and Power Tool will become a Savage. Right here, equipping Hulk. Then we go and activate Living Fossil to bring back Coltwing. Coltwing and the Roland become Charles. There you go. And we have Phoenix Blade too if we wanted to equip it, but in phase Roland's effect, we'll activate. We'll go ahead and send ourselves the Gallatin, which should be Metal Reflectant. Send Gallatin to add ourselves. And see, we're going to go ahead and add Renaud because we want that recovery. And then we'll go ahead and use Charles's effect in the end phase to pick up Gallatin. Now, if this was the Metal Reflectant slime, we could just equip another Ogier because Reflectant armor says you have to target it, so we would not need the targeting protection. But we'll go ahead and equip Oliver here because if Oliver falls off, he's in the graveyard that we can use and stuff like that. But yeah, wow, there you guys go. That was opening the brick. We're able to make 3 interruptions pretty easily. Not too shabby if you ask me. So yeah, guys, let me know kind of in the comment section below if you guys would do anything different. Let me know some combos you guys know that I probably don't know. And remember, guys, join these Fury French boys in the Crusade today. This is Charles from Team COG signing out.